Is Volvo's CEO, Stefan Jacoby. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, sir. Can I just ask you a little bit about what's the difference now that Volvo has been taken over by a Chinese company? Does the company feel different?
There's nothing different. We are not a Chinese company. We have Chinese shareholders. We are a Swedish company. We have our roots in Europe, and we represent European premium brand. Of course, there's a lot of things going on within Volvo. We are defining a new chapter of Volvo. We are rolling out our global strategy. Last week we announced our Chinese growth plan, and puzzle piece by puzzle piece, we are defining our future.
Now, I hear that that is in fact your task to define the future of Volvo. It sounds like publicity speak, but in practice, what does it mean? How do you do that?
Well, first of all, we are an independent company now. We are independent and not anymore in the fabric of a big automotive group as our previous owner obviously is. So we are staying here by ourselves. We are independent, and now we can gain a lot of momentum, speed, creativity, to drive our business towards success. It's quite a tremendous cultural change within Volvo Cars.
Now, you said that you have Chinese shareholders. You're also planning to build a factory in China. Are you planning even more expansion there?
Yeah, we are planning to expand up to 200,000 vehicles of sales in China by the year 2015. We will do this with two manufacturing plants, maybe a powertrain plant as well. This is more or less the industrial footprint of this strategy. We will strengthen also our marketing activities, and of course also more than double our dealer network in China.
Now let's talk a little bit about the Chinese consumer. Everybody seems to be chasing them. There's a lot of competition for them. What makes you think that Volvo is going to hit those pretty stiff sales targets? You're looking to sell 200,000 cars in China by 2015. How do you go about doing that?
I think there's not a better moment to join the Chinese market than today. We already produce in China. Volvo Cars is a highly respected brand. It stands for all the European goodies for the premium brand. Of course, the soul of the brand is safety, reliability and quality, and these values are getting more and more important in the Chinese market.
Now, what models of cars do you expect to do very well in China? Are you aiming at that slightly more sporty luxury market?
Well, we believe that the premium market segment in China will grow up to more than 1 million vehicles a year. We intend to have 20% of that premium segment. Chinese consumers demand bigger vehicles, pretty similar to the United States, than European customers. So we will focus on big sedans, but also on our very famous and popular SUVs like the XC90 and the XC60.
And does that Chinese shareholder, this kind of Chinese ownership, does that help with your Chinese consumer? Will it help you to sell cars there, do you think?
Well, we are utilizing the opportunities which our Chinese shareholders are offering us. We are not blocked in a joint venture where you maybe sit in one boat, but you maybe row in different directions. We are sitting in one boat in China, but we are rowing also in one direction. This is an advantage, and of course we want to utilize this advantage which we have as a Chinese-owned company in our second home market in China.
Turning to the US, Volvo has had a pretty tough time there. You're trying to turn that around now. How do you do that? It's a bit of an uphill battle, isn't it?
It's all of engaging our dealer organization. We have traditionally a very strong dealer organization in the United States. They got a little bit frustrated with us, and they have reasons for that. Now we are bouncing back. We have a clear strategy for the US market as well. And from January on this year, the first 2 months, we had a good growth in the United States, and we will continue to bounce back in the United States as well. The products are well positioned. We are intensively investing into media in the United States just in the first quarter of 2011, we are spending the same amount of media money than we have spent in the entire year of 2010. That shows the commitment Volvo Cars has for the United States.
But the US wagon market, is that something that you're going to abandon?
Part of the strategy is also that we're focusing in the United States on our core models. And yes, we are not, for the time being, thinking about introducing the wagon in the United States. The United States is a sedan market, and we will focus on core segments in the United States.
And what about plants in North America? Have you any plans to increase production there?
Not just because we want to have a manufacturing place in North America, but we have to be aware that our most vulnerable point in our strategy is the dependence of the currency, especially with the Swedish krona against the euro, but especially also against the US dollar. That is an exposure, and we are looking for opportunity for naturally hedging this gap and that risk in the future. But we have not yet made any plans and announcement in respect of North American manufacturing.
Now, of course, you spend a lot of time traveling, but at the moment you're in Geneva. What of the European market? How is that faring for Volvo?
We are very, very optimistic in the European market. We had a very good start in the first 2 months in 2011. We have a 2-digit growth in the first 2 months. We want to continue in our home market. Our strategic intention is to have 2% market share all over Europe. And our new models like the V60, the S60, but especially also the XC60 almost are sold out, and we are very happy with this development. We are hiring people at our plants in Sweden, in Torslanda, but also in Belgium, in Ghent, and we are expanding our capacity by the middle of the year.
Okay, just before you go, if I may, you've only recently taken up this job of CEO. How is it going so far? How are you settling in personally?
I'm a freshman CEO, if I may say so, and I'm growing into this position, and I love this job. It is a very challenging job. It offers a lot of opportunities. I can actually explore my creativity. I'm very close to our product strategy. I love this job. It is a great challenge to bring Volvo to a bright future. And it is also a great responsibility.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and the best of luck with it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.